Let's do this.
The topics that people are talking about.
When the word came out that Al Pacino's having a kid, oh my God.
Were you inspired?
We're talking about. Raven-Symoné is now married.
That's so Raven.
And before anything was allowed to progress to intimacy, everyone had to sign an NDA. Today,
Is this because there's freaky stuff?
Mike Jerrick, Mike Greenidge, Bill Anderson.
Do you have separate accounts?
We do have separate accounts. We have a joint account, but we also have separate accounts.
Yeah,
You told her?
We talked about it. I mean, she knows when she got to pay the electric bill.
Right. That he don't make as much as I thought he made.
Two mics and a bill. We have talked about doing two mics and a bill and extending it for a period of time. And so we just decided to come on down here and do it. So that's what we are doing. Welcome to Two Mics.
Two mics.
I'll be Mike.
I'll be Mike.
And a bill.
And a Bill.
Okay, that should
The
work.
show edition.
So it's now a half-hour show.
It is.
The
Oh, that's
people
something.
are not ready. People
But
are
they
not
demanded
ready.
it.
But this is what they've asked for.
Well, I apologize to everybody out there for what we're about to do.
We appreciate you dressing up, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Hey, look, man. It's a fresh T-shirt. First time I wore this joint.
I can
Pressed it
tell.
last night. Look at that crease.
The lines are still
Look
in
at
it.
that crease, B.
Yeah.
No, I put that in there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it didn't come out the box like that.
I was about to say.
You gotta be.
That
you know
looks
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
like out the box line.
Nah, I put that line there, man. Like, I iron it every day.
So we can dress down for this, right?
I think
or
so.
We don't
I
have
can
to-
dress up for it.
Well, we'll dress down.
Yeah, I only put this on because
Yeah.
you came in with a jacket.
Hey, listen, I don't have pants on.
Whoa.
Want to see?
No.
Okay.
We're good. All right. So what we're gonna do? Talk about some things, fellas. Just kind of hanging out, sitting back, hitting the topics.
You know what?
Tell us.
We probably ought to talk about it because I got texts, a lot of texts, when the word came out that Al Pacino's having a kid. Oh my God.
Were you inspired?
I was. And
That's not
some
nice.
women I know were inspired too. One of them says, "We still have a chance." No, we don't. No, we don't.
So on background, Al Pacino's 83.
Yeah.
His girlfriend is 29
Yes.
and got pregnant.
Yeah.
And then he didn't believe it.
No.
So he demanded a paternity test, the DNA test, because he didn't believe that he was physically capable of getting someone pregnant
So
at 83.
she's going to take a DNA test.
She agreed to it. She was all on board.
It's your kid.
Al Pacino
Al.
pulled like a 25-year-old move, right? Like if you were 25, you'd be like, I don't think that's mine.
Well, she's an interesting woman. I think her name is
She's got background.
Yeah, she's got a history of
Right. She has dated Mick Jagger, who's 79.
Right.
She's been out to dinner, dining with Clint Eastwood, who's 88.
Because these guys got to know each other, right?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
think they're passing her around?
Oh, I don't know.
And I know that sounds terrible, but think about it, right? Like, how many women out there are 29 years old looking to date an 80-year-old man? Like, that's not a huge pot to choose from,
No.
right?
It doesn't sound good.
So
And
I
how
know
does
it doesn't sound good, but let's call it what it looks like, right? It looks to me like Al Pacino is like, yo, Mick, man, that chick you used to mess with, you ain't messing with her no more?
She's into older
And he's like,
guys.
yo, dude, like,
Do you think they're all now text message him going, yo, you had a baby?
yo, you got her pregnant?
You screwed up.
Yo, look, again, the same as that 19, 20, 21-year-old crew.
That's right.
There ain't nothing. It's the same thing at 85, 86, 87.
Oh, we don't
B.
change.
Like,
We don't change.
I feel like this is painfully disrespectful.
And
Nothing wrong with liking and being attracted to older gentlemen.
I encourage it.
hey,
You think it's too much?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, per se. Like, in general, they're all adults. But it's a little odd, man.
I'm in a situation right now, as a matter of fact. I told
course
you
you
about
are.
this the other day.
Of course you are.
That's why as soon as I heard the story, I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, he brought it up.
this guy.
Yeah. Well,
This is like his freaking champion right here, Al Pacino.
So we decided we were walking around Rittenhouse Square at an art festival.
Okay.
And people were looking at us kind of funny. And then we realized, it looks like you're my caretaker.
Not even my
that's-
granddaughter.
Wow.
No, my caretaker.
Wow.
So then she started holding me by my arm, and I started,
So have fun with it.
yeah,
Might as
we were
well.
having fun.
Might as well.
Oh,
Robert
God.
De Niro texted Al Pacino, told him, my dude, if you're doing good things, He's 79 and just had a child himself.
So that's why he's
Fellas are still living their life.
He high-fiving
Yeah.
because a minute ago he was in the class by himself.
All right.
God bless those dudes, man.
We got to take a break.
Okay.
We'll
All
right.
keep the conversation going. Coming back, Raven-Symoné, celebrity, dating people, but there's some interesting paperwork that comes with dating.
Paperwork.
All right, so Raven-Symoné. We all know Raven-Symoné.
Oh,
Been a
she's
star
great.
since she was a kid, is now married.
That's so Raven.
Yes, but it recently came out that before she would start seriously dating anybody, and before anything was allowed to progress to intimacy, everyone had to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. And it also went so far as apparently her current wife had to sign one, and her mom was pressing her, going, "Did she sign the paperwork yet?
Right.
Did she sign it? Not a prenup."
Okay,
Yeah.
One of those
my
two.
mind goes immediately to, is this because there's freaky stuff?
Or is it just something simple as, I'm a star.
Right.
And I don't need you
To be-
just telling my business. Like, I don't need you at the end of our relationship to go out and write a book. I don't need you to go sit on somebody's couch and talk about everything that happened between us.
Okay.
Like,
Doesn't
that's
it feel
how
like-
I view it.
That feels like the discussion that always comes up when people are talking about prenups. Like, we've crossed that bridge with prenups. But if you're talking about what's going to happen after we break up,
Dude,
isn't
I've
that
heard about
planning for
cats like,
failure?
wasn't it like Chris Brown and these different cats
Yeah.
who make you sign an NDA before you even come to their crib? Like, you
Wasn't it-
can't even
didn't
come
Derek
visit
Jeter-
me.
Yeah.
Didn't Derek Jeter used to do that and
Right.
give people gifts?
He would have a swag bag when you left.
Because these people have a reputation. Like, that is what they get paid off of.
Okay.
Just because what I do on TV doesn't mean it's the same thing that I do when I'm off TV.
Well, I don't want anybody
Right.
telling what I'm doing in my apartment.
We were about to use you as an example.
What?
Like, how big is your stack of NDAs?
It's a folder.
Okay.
You know,
Like, that
No.
was kind of a compliment. Like, you're the celebrity in the room. Are you ever concerned about?
Yes.
You just talked about
Oh.
your caretaker.
Oh, yes.
You concerned about people?
There was
talking?
one woman, this is years ago, who got mad at me because we were breaking up. And she says, I'm going to contact Philadelphia Magazine and tell people what we do. It's not anything extreme, but
But it's still private.
it's
Right.
private.
And that's-
I might like certain things that I don't want people to know about.
This is what I'm saying, and that's the part that I think it is. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's kind of like you gotta understand who you're getting in a relationship with,
Yeah.
and what they represent to the world, and they need to protect that brand.
Like, you've been married forever, but if somebody you're starting to date now, this is not. You're not getting married. You're not even there yet.
Right.
Would
I'll
you
answer
sign
for
one?
him. You're not signing that.
Oh, you dead wrong. I'm signing.
You
it.
are signing
Yeah,
it.
sign it. Because what do I have to lose?
But how
and so
far
this
does that
doesn't
go? So I
mean
can't
anything.
sit around and talk to my boys about what happened. I can't do two mics and a bill and sit
Hey,
there. And
look, but
even
then-
protecting the names of the innocent.
But
I
then-
can't talk at all.
But then, how much do you value the relationship?
I don't
right?
know. I just met you.
Right,
Like,
but
I'm
still,
signing
but
this
like
to
your
start
crew
it.
knows, like your friends will know, like,
Yeah.
yo, you know I'm dating homegirl, like,
Right.
and that's it. And maybe it becomes fodder for our conversations, like, yeah, Mike dating homegirl, but he can't never talk about it because she made him sign an NDA, and I'm like, yeah, you damn right. And that's the end of the conversation, right? Because I'm up now. Like, I'm gonna let my friends get in the way of me coming up. Like, I'm up now. I'm dating Raven-Symoné.
You're exactly the person she needs to sign
Yeah.
an NDA. You're like, I'm dating Raven for the come up.
Right, I'm up.
Like, that's why the NDAs.
That's what the NDA is for.
My mind went to a whole other place when I heard about this. About 3 weeks ago, I live next to a hotel, and they had a furry convention. You know those folks?
Yes.
They dress up like stuffed animals.
You might need an NDA for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole convention.
Yeah.
needed
But
an
they were
NDA.
very open about it. They're sitting in the bar, they take their giant heads off, you know, and have a few cocktails.
What's the penalty if you do talk after the fact?
That's
I
true.
guess that's described. It's
Right?
outlined in that.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna sue me?
Yeah.
Like, if
Oh,
you
you
know I ain't
could
got
sue.
nothing, what are you gonna take from me?
Well,
That's true.
I'm along for the ride. I'm using.
I
if
used to say that all the
if I'm
time. I'm so
violating
broke,
the
I'm judging
NDA,
people.
I'm doing it for a come up. That's probably better than what you.
Well,
left me
you
with.
would be charged.
If the offer to violate the NDA is better than the offer, then what you gonna sue me for?
True. All right.
Yeah, let's-
NBA. We might as well
gotta
rip
go
that
to
piece of
break.
paper up.
They broke guys.
Break. You're shady. A new study came out that indicated the best way to be happy is to have no separate money from your significant other.
Oh, a
It's
joint.
mine is yours, joint accounts. Everything in the pot.
Can't disagree with
Mike's
that.
already shaking
All right.
his head. He's back. A new study came out. Let me make sure I get this right. Indiana University says that you are better off sharing all of your money, sharing your accounts, and said that couples who do that, married, engaged, have much better relationships, much more open discussion, and it's longer lasting.
When I was married, we had joint accounts.
Only joint accounts?
Yep.
You weren't Big Daddy Mike Jerrick.
No.
At that point.
No.
He was the other. Yeah,
It's
he
a
was
little
just
different.
Mike Jerrick.
I
back
think
then.
my first job, I made less than $20,000 a year.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
We can share
So
that.
then, yeah,
we can share that.
Oh, yeah. And she's a school
Then
teacher.
you're sharing
Right,
bills.
right. We need each
You're
other.
sharing bills. You were on the come up. When she was the school teacher, you were making $20,000.
Right. She had the
carrying
permanent
bill.
gig, right? She had the real job.
What would I
back then.
do
So of course
today?
you wanted a joint account.
What would I do today?
All in. Like
All
no
in, right.
separate hidden stuff. Your
I think I
paycheck
would still
comes
do that.
in,
Yeah.
goes into the account.
I think I would
You're
put it all in
pretty-
a big pool.
You're a good
But
man,
what
Mike
if
Jerrick.
your part of the pool is the deeper end?
Right.
You're still like whatever.
I'm okay.
Everybody in, right?
I think I'm okay with it.
That's cool.
I think
You're a
it's
generous guy.
Do you have separate accounts?
We do have separate accounts. We have a joint account, but we also have separate accounts.
So you have both. So you still
Yeah,
have
we
your
have
separate
both.
money.
Yeah.
Long-term relationship, not married, but we don't have a joint account. We've never really needed a joint account because bills were already kind of set up. We're paying the bills. There is a
And
complete level of
y'all
trust.
are late in the game too.
We're late in the game. We're
Yeah.
adults.
So do you pay the bills for the house and?
Well, it's an interesting situation because I already lived in the house. So it was,
Okay.
she moved in to the house, and she has picked up several of the bills
She
and
pays
improvements we've made. What happened?
Does she pay rent?
She does not pay rent. She does not pay rent.
Not like
But
directly.
I understand.
She had good credit. So the improvements that were made on the house
out her credit.
largely came as a result of the fact that she could sign for stuff that I couldn't sign for.
By the way, speaking of credit, did you see that somebody
can
on
very- bring that
the
up.
dating app, she puts
Her credit score.
her credit score, it was 805. But
Does that help?
But that's a brag.
It said it helped her.
Because
Yeah.
who don't want someone with good credit?
I know.
Right. But on
I have an 800 credit score.
Do
this
you?
guy,
I knew
for
you
show
would.
off. Of course you would.
Yeah, but it was a lot of years at 550. I had to work to get to my
I don't
800
even wanna
credit
look at
score.
mine.
You probably shouldn't think like this when you go into relationships, but yo, man, the reality of it is you might have to break out one day.
Okay.
And so you should be prepared.
Oh.
Right? So
You gotta have
if
separate
you
stuff.
ride, if you, and it may not even be a sense of you got to break out, like things could just go bad
Sure.
immediately in this world, right? And if everything you got is tied up with this person,
It's a mess.
it's a mess and you're stuck.
It's interesting because people never expect it to go bad. Like,
Right.
You sit back and go, that would never happen
Right,
to us.
and
So
you gotta
love.
Come home one
always
day.
be right. So you should
Listen,
always be
I-
prepared and be able to
Yeah.
be like, look,
Some guy's going out the back door.
I was struggling with whether
or some
not
guy came in the
I
front
should
door.
tell-
And now what do you do? Yeah, I mean, me and my wife don't pity pat over money. It's just like, yo, like you cover that, I cover this. We pay for this, we live, we do what we got to do. But you make sure you got something stashed because I could lose my mind at any point.
Oh, I can see.
Let's leave it there.
Good Lord.
Your boy Kanye is back in the news. We're
Oh.
going to talk about that when we come back. He's always getting aggressive with somebody. But one person decided they're not going to stand for it anymore. All that and more on what? Two Mics.
The best part of your weekend morning.
Bill. Two Mics and a Bill. We keep the conversation going. This is the fellas version of The View. Is that what we say?
Is that what we going with?
The Five Below view.
Kanye's always in the news. Always talking about Kanye. And lately, he's always getting aggressive with somebody. He's decided he doesn't want his picture taken, doesn't want videos. And there was a video. He was driving around out in public. Somebody was shooting video of
Yeah.
him. He got out, approached this lady, snatched her phone.
Through it.
She said, no, I'm not taking it this time. And so has now sued Kanye for battery, humiliation, and several other things.
Is she paparazzi or no?
So she does take pictures for a living.
Okay.
She's not
Okay.
official paparazzi, I guess, but I guess
Okay.
that makes you paparazzi.
Right.
There's two sides of it, and I think working publicly there, I guess Kanye's demanding his right to privacy. Do you even have a right to privacy if you're out on a public street?
I don't
and you're
know.
that level of
You
celebrity?
ask for this fame, but I understand why he would get annoyed
Correct.
with it.
Correct.
I understand getting annoyed with paparazzi. Like, I get it. And I especially get it if somebody's coming to your house.
Right.
Or you're out with your family or something like
But
that.
you can't get physical.
No, and I don't think, Kanye's a billionaire, was a billionaire. And as you said, like, that came from this level of celebrity status and people caring enough about you that they're willing to spend money on you. Don't you just kind of gotta deal with somebody taking a picture?
I agree with you, right? But I also see it from the other lane as like this dude has established that he is not a fan of y'all taking pictures of him,
Okay.
right?
So stay clear of him?
Not only, well, I kind of feel like either stay clear of him or you're challenging him every time you do this, right? So why are you putting yourself in this position? You kind of know how this dude is going to react.
But they didn't go to him. Like, he was out
Right,
in a
but
public street.
no,
They just
but that
decided to
doesn't
take a
change
picture.
the fact that you pulled your camera out and snapped a picture of him, right? And I'm not saying 'cause look, I do news. I get it. I take pictures of
Right.
people on the street that don't want to be taken pictures of. I do that for a living, right? But I also, if I know going in that this person has a history of getting irate with people who take pictures of him, because we've seen him snatch cameras before and break cameras before, right? So I know going in that there's a potential for this dude to bug out on me.
Some of these paparazzis want that
That's
to
what
happen.
I'm saying.
You're gonna get
I'm
paid.
like,
I'm
right,
going to get a bigger paycheck if he's
Right.
screaming into the camera.
right. I
Or
think
swiping at me.
So I
I just
kind
have
of
a
look at
problem
it
with
from like, are
rewarding.
you trying to set this dude up with that play?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think this I don't know, obviously, but I don't think this person was because, again, they didn't seek him out. Like, this is somebody who just happened to be there when Kanye is being Kanye. I guess, the good news guy in me has a problem with
Turn on that light
reward.
switch.
Has a problem with just rewarding the negative behavior.
Yeah.
Like, we have
Right.
to stay away from somebody because they're likely to have a temper tantrum.
let me give you-
and now everyone else
All right.
has to have,
Let me
stay at arm's
Let me
length.
put it to you this way, right? Growing up, right, you knew who the kid was in the neighborhood who bullied everybody, who bothered everybody. You did what you did to avoid that guy,
Right?
right? I'm like, dude, I'm not walking. Like, here come this idiot, man. Let me go on the other side.
You
of the
go
street.
all the way around
I'm
the
not
block.
going to put myself in a position to have to deal with this guy today.
But that guy also wasn't a model who was getting paid for his picture. and
Right,
chose
I
that
get
career.
it. But what I'm saying is as the person who's approaching that situation, I know that this dude is volatile.
so just leave him alone.
Or be willing to deal with the consequences that comes with
Getting
whether
paid.
what I do. Right.
It does kind of freak me out, though, when I know somebody's taking a picture, but they think I don't know they're doing it.
Right. Just ask.
do it
Like
from a
from
distance.
across a restaurant or something like
Yeah,
that.
just ask. Don't try to sneak
Yeah.
it.
Episode 1 of Two Mikes and a Bill in the books.
In the books.
We should do an episode 2.
Oh, yeah, I think
Might
so.
as well do
Yeah.
2, 3.
Well, let's leave it up to the people. Vote on Twitter.
Right.
There you go.
And
Hit
let's
us
just
up on
keep
social
going until they
media.
kick us off, man.
Fair enough.
That's how I do it.
We got the studio.
Right.
Fellas, this was fun.
Do we get money for this?
We're going to leave you at that.
Oh.
All right.
Sponsorship, something.